Hamas terrorists in Gaza have been caught using a vehicle marked with the international humanitarian aid organization World Central Kitchen. So what does this say about Israel's enemy? IDF reconnaissance unit veteran Yoav Rotem joins us now from Jerusalem. So Yoav, what was your reaction to seeing this video?
It was not surprising, actually. Very obvious, especially watching your videos from yesterday about the funding of the propaganda that's happening in America. Hamas is obviously using these organizations, and this we knew it, and this was just proving what we knew from before, that they were using the everything they can, from, like we already said, schools and mosques and everything, and now they were caught using an organization that is coming to help, humanitarian help, and give food for the people.
See, I think one of the things that I love having you on here is humanizing the Israeli side. You and I have been on tours together in Israel dozens of times. You are a close personal friend, and I know I can feel your frustration when it comes to what's being said in the media, how Israel's being portrayed. And so let me give you this opportunity to kind of say what you want to say. What do you think is happening when it comes to the manipulation of world media?
Wow. I mean, open your eyes. The world. There's so many. I mean, the facts are clear. So clear. There's two sides to the war. One side is playing rules that are not the world war rules, and the other side is being attacked for doing everything we can to keep everything we can with the international law of war and everything, and only if, and that's the main thing that every morning I feel it. Only if the Western world, from leaders to media to organizations, even media, social media people, only if people will just share the truth again about Hamas, what they do to the Gazans people and how they behave to Israel, and only if they were standing with Israel for a second, this war could have been over on October 8th. And the Gaza's people who don't want to cooperate with Hamas maybe would have been saved, because Hamas knew from the beginning, and this is, I mean, a lot of Israelis know it, and I mean, we live it. They knew what will happen. On October 8th, we already had the Free Gaza or the Free Palestine protests that not recognizing the state of Israel existing here in the land. So this propaganda and this manipulation is one little pin in the whole machine that is aiming on me, on us, literally on my kids, instead of just wake up. Wake up.
So let me. We could obviously talk about this for a long time, but let me throw the accusations that are going to be in the comment section. Israel is starving kids. Israel is committing a genocide. Israel is intentionally shooting and harming civilians. Israel is a blockade. Israel occupation. Israel. The list could go down. And basically, what it comes down to is, it seems like the world's attention has decided to paint one and only sinister, one and only evil entity in the world, and it's the Jewish state. How would you respond as, again, an IDF veteran who lives in Jerusalem? Again, the reason I feel inclined to have you on here is I know you. You know, I know Israelis, and the way that you guys are being painted just isn't my experience. You know, I haven't been to Israel once or twice or 3 times, but over 30 times, and so I feel like I have some footing to stand on. And so I just want to give you guys a human opportunity to respond to these accusations.
Raj, I would just say one sentence and then I'll say more, but come see it yourself. Everyone that comes to Israel, see what you saw and understand it. I have family in Gaza, people fighting in the IDF. I have friends over there. I know what we're doing and what are the rules and the law that we as soldiers have had to stand by and not do things. Yes, sometimes a soldier is sinning and he's being judged for that, and the IDF is investigating, and Israel is trying to fight this war. And Benjamin Netanyahu, which again I can be honest and say maybe I have criticism to him, and we all have criticism in Israel, inside Israel, but there's one thing he was very right today that he said. He said, would you leave or discuss the fact that the Nazi Germany will stay in power during at the end of World War II? This is something that people don't ask themselves the question. People don't ask, why is Israel doing, and why Israel? How would you want Israel to, you know what? I would say to the comments you said to people, it's in your hands. What would you do? How would you react if in front of you, the house next to you, there's people with weapons telling you they're going to kill you, for years, by the way, committing a mass killing to your kids or to your wife or someone, and they're still there. And you try to shoot at them, but they're hiding behind walls and stuff, and behind their kids and everything. And you have the ability to prevent from them the keep on getting the weapon and maybe trying to convince them to leave. You don't want to kill their kids because they're holding their kids with them in front of them. This situation is what's going on in Gaza. They're holding the citizens as prisoners in front of us. And we just want, Benjamin Netanyahu said, the prime minister said 5 spots. Hamas drop down the weapon, free the hostages, leave Gaza. You cannot stay in power in Gaza. And Gaza cannot be a threat to Israel anymore. We can't let it happen anymore. I mean, it's just insane. And if you ask everyone that is about to comment, ask yourself, what would you do? That's the main reaction that I think people has. And when you ask that, people just don't really know what to do because they've never been to this situation. But if they will start thinking in this situation, they'll understand that a war is tough, and we're dealing with an organization that has no rules, has no law.
Yeah, you know, I've been down to the Gaza envelope many times, Sderot, Natif HaSarah, and you know these cities have these bomb shelters every 100 yards, and you know you'll see Hamas or Palestinian Islamic Jihad shooting off rockets, and the American response is, "Well, go do something about it," and the Israeli response is, "Well, it was only 13 rockets." I'm like, it's only 13 rockets intentionally fired at civilian populations. Do something about it. Like, we don't want to get the international crowd upset. Yes, I know they're shooting rockets at us intentionally, trying to kill civilians, but we don't want to get, you know, I'm like, wow, what a different reality you guys face. And so this demonization, this caricaturizing, this scapegoating, it's overwhelming. And obviously, war is hell, and we pray for the suffering people on both sides. But I think it's just invaluable to have conversations and perspectives like yours, Yoav. So for now, my friend, toda rabah and God bless.
Thank you.